Hi, I'm Jackie Russell. We're here today with Julie Sherman of J Sherman Studios, and we're talking nonprofits with Teak. We're going to talk about how nonprofits use design in their work and how it really helps them. So, Julie, tell us a little bit about yourself. How did you get into this, and what do you do?
Thank you, Jackie. And first off, I'm really excited to be here. So thank you.
Thanks for
So let's see.
joining.
Oh, thank you. So let's see. I'm Julie Sherman and I run J Sherman Studio, which is a 17-year-old strategic design studio. And what that means is basically it means that we do all of the visual side of anything connected to branding, communications, or marketing. And we live to serve mission driven organizations, which means we do a lot of work in the nonprofit space.
That's great. So, tell me what exactly do you do, and how does it help nonprofits?
We basically make pretty pictures that are actually also strategic. So, one of our goals is always to make sure that we are able to connect meaning and messages with the audiences who need them most. So, we do a range of things for nonprofits, and it can go from branding work to doing event design work to doing communications materials like thought leadership pieces, fundraising materials, anything that really needs to visually show and demonstrate what the organization is doing so that we can help them reach their goals.
That's great. And when you do it right, when it works, what happens?
We connect with people, we establish trust, and we get people to take action. And there are so many different actions that we might want people to take depending on what the goals of the project are. So it could be as simple as fundraising. It could be more indirect about changing minds so that we can help influence systems. Or it could be just about establishing trust so that an organization can really start to build a following.
Oh, you said you've been doing it for 17 years.
Yes.
Can you talk about some of the clients that you've represented?
Of course. I'm so proud and honored to have worked in the space for so long. And when I set out on my own 17 years ago, my only intention was is that I wanted to do design work that matters. So what that naturally extended itself to was doing a lot of nonprofit work and foundation work and a lot of work in kind of thought leadership spaces. So doing a lot of work that then influences systems and policy. And that can look like so many different things. So our clients have a range from clients who are really kind of on the ground doing direct impact work to clients who are really working on systems as a whole. So systems clients have ranged from venture philanthropy to impact investing to organizations that are more think tank focused. And direct impact clients have been everywhere from I'm thinking of a few right now, food access related, suicide support related, education focused. We're pretty sector agnostic here. We're really impact focused.
Yeah, that's great. And you have a team.
We have a team. I'm very lucky to be joined by 4 women, so we're 5 women strong. And my longest tenure right now is a teammate who has worked with me for 15 years. So all but 2 of the studio's existence.
You're lucky. That's great. Longevity is so important. I know. It's
Yeah.
helpful.
It really is. It really is
Yeah.
getting to grow with them. It's kind of everything.
So tell me, let's talk about some of the challenges that nonprofits have, as they set out to do this work.
One of the biggest challenge that I see all the time with nonprofits is actually a real hesitancy and reluctance to invest in the work to begin with. And it's not based on budget. It's really based on a misconception that they feel like they should look scrappy, that looking scrappy is expected of them and that looking scrappy will gain more support for them. But I think that that's a really sad misconception because the reality is that if they are thoughtful and strategic and polished with how they present themselves, they communicate their message better, they establish more trust with the people that they're trying to connect with, and that's going to take them further in reaching their
Yes,
goals.
the trust is
Hmm.
huge, right? There's a lot of competition out there for fundraising dollars, and the nonprofits that represent themselves better, right, get their message out there more clearly, more often through visuals and comms, which we do. They're the ones who get the fundraising. What did they mean by scrappy? What did they mean scrappy? What
Scrappy
is
meaning unpolished, meaning it looks like you didn't invest in your design materials, meaning everything looks like it's created in Microsoft Word and doesn't necessarily have an intentional eye to design for it. So it looks like you didn't spend money on it.
so how do you get them to overcome that misconception?
In our work, we focus a lot on creative strategy. And creative strategy is where we try to understand what the client's goals are, who they're trying to connect with, and what they're trying to do. And then in creative strategy, we really try to put ourselves in the audience's shoes. And we really think about what does the audience need to see to take the action that the organization wants. So we'll ask a simple question like, would you feel comfortable giving your credit card to this organization? And that's very much a visual decision. Like, do you want to enter your credit card into this website? If the answer is yes, it means that you probably look polished and credible enough to do so. If the answer is no, then maybe we need to invest in making sure that everything really looks as credible as you really are.
That is so helpful. I think that that's brilliant. And so then once you get them to see that you can really help them, what are the things that you help them achieve with good design and good branding?
Really depends on whatever the goals are. But really, what we want to achieve is we want them to reach their goals. And so that goal might be about influencing thought or opinion. That goal might be about recruiting support. It might be a fundraising goal. It might be just creating a lasting impression, starting to get followers.
Yeah, that's amazing. So you help them grow, really, reach more people, get more money, do all the things that they need, all by having a great design that communicates what it is they do and why it matters, most importantly, right? Why does it matter?
As you're talking, I realized that one of the goals that we always want to achieve is we really want to endure. So we really want to be designing and building something with our clients that is going to last, either last in people's memories or give them something that they can really build upon so that they can layer additional, they can get leverage, they can get more out of whatever it is that we're doing, and they can build upon it.
Yeah, that's terrific. I think that's amazing what you do, and it's so important. I know from the other side of it that it all has to come together, and then when you do it, nonprofits can really thrive, and it's so helpful.
I think
Yeah.
so much of what we do is just reinforcing credibility. So that then when you do your work, everything is backed up.
Yes, it does have to go hand in hand, doesn't it?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think so.
it's great. It's terrific. You're pro. You're amazing.